Great to see you again. In the last activity, you completed the stakeholder analysis and mapped out which stakeholders have the most power, influence, and interest in the project's outcome. Having a better understanding of the people who will be evaluating the success of your project makes it so much easier to strategize the best ways to communicate with them and get the support you need. So coming up, we'll learn more about how to successfully navigate a negotiation with stakeholders. As a project manager, you've got a lot of helpful tools at your disposal, but even the most skilled negotiators have to put their skills to the test in order to meet project goals and gain stakeholder satisfaction. There will be times when you need to negotiate a sensitive aspect of the project's goals or scope. Or there could be a disagreement among stakeholders, or you might disagree with something that stakeholders want. You'll need to use negotiating techniques to move a disagreement from stalemate to solution. After this video, you'll identify shared benefits for your stakeholders that you'll eventually use to write a negotiation email. Let's get started. When it comes to project management, persuasion and negotiation are constructive tools you can use to enhance communication, clarify wants and needs, and achieve workable solutions for everyone involved. Being skilled at persuasion and negotiation will also boost your level of influence. It's important that you view the people you're negotiating with as your colleagues and peers, not as opponents. That's why you do a stakeholder analysis, so you can get to know your stakeholders as people with their own jobs and responsibilities, and as partners who want the project to succeed. When you experience conflict or disagreement among your stakeholders, it's in your best interest to address those challenges, build consensus among the stakeholder groups, and de-escalate conflict. One way to do this is to find solutions that are mutually beneficial. Mutual benefit is when all parties involved gain some kind of benefit or advantage. For example, let's say there's a disagreement over how many people to hire for a project. You'd like to hire 5, but a stakeholder wants to limit the headcount to 3. A solution that would offer mutual benefit might be to install automated software to pick up some of the work. Or another solution might be to adjust the timeline or expectations so that 5 people aren't needed in order to reach the project goal. The stakeholder gets to have their desired smaller team size, and you're able to complete tasks with fewer people. The goal here is to reach a solution that maximizes benefits, minimizes losses, and is fair for all. Brainstorm all possible options that meet this criteria. Then, during your negotiations, you'll be able to present multiple alternatives and choose one that benefits everyone to some degree. Now, as much as you want to satisfy your stakeholders, it's just as important to think about what trade-offs you're willing to make. To do this successfully, you need a clear understanding of project priorities. You have to know what's most important when it comes to scope, timeline, and budget. For example, if there's a specific deadline that has to be met, then you'll need to negotiate any changes to the scope that might cause the project to go past that deadline. If the product needs to look or function a certain way, then the requirements are a top priority, and you could negotiate aspects of the budget or timeline in order to adhere to the scope. A common tool used for determining priorities is the triple constraint model, or the iron triangle, which we covered in an earlier course. The triple constraint will help you decide if a project request is acceptable and what impact it'll have. Okay, let's review. Persuasion and negotiation are constructive tools you can use to enhance communication, clarify wants and needs, and achieve workable solutions for everyone involved. The goal is to reach a mutual benefit, which is when all parties involved gain some kind of benefit or advantage. That's it for now. Coming up, you'll prepare for negotiations about the project's scope. To do this, you'll identify the mutual benefits and evaluate the impact of compromising on scope. Once you're done, I'll meet up with you in the next video. See you soon.